What's up, everyone? I am very excited right now. I get to open something for my buddy JJ. I cut the label off, but I did not. See, JJ? They're still sealed. So there's a couple things in here that I know about, but he said he sent a few extra things. So, and to be careful when I opened it. So I'm going to open it on camera. Something rattling around in there. All right, are we ready? I know I am. All right. Nice, JJ. Yeah, he taped all my parts down too. Now he printed all this stuff for me. There's my new mascot. How's that? So this is for a couple of builds. The most excited I am, this is the faceplate for the Moka Jadina. So I'm going to get to that in just a minute, but there's that. These are for the Moka Simplex Pro that actually was probably mailed out today. So these are for a special build. He did the arm motor guards, which looked very, very cool. And then anybody who has built the far view pagodas, I'm not sure if this is JJ's design or what, but if you've used their little jig thing that they do, it's kind of difficult. So this, actually, from the looks of it, this is two of them. You probably, yeah, if you don't need them, they don't go together. So you just slip your discs in here one at a time, and there's a hole to run your cable up through. And yeah, I agree with you, JJ. I think that looks a lot easier to use instead of the three pieces trying to connect and hold everything in there. So awesome. And then I am a Flysky guy. I use the Nirvana, and these are new finger rests that go on the back side that JJ printed me. They're available on shoot, what's the name of that thing? Thingiverse. The file is on there, and that's where I found these, and asked him if he would be so kind as to print them out for me so that I can get rid of those big old honking steel ones. And oh, that's awesome. His Patriot blades. That is very cool. So, okay, so I'm going to take a break for just a minute. I'm going to grab the Jadina and my tools, and then I will be back. All right, I'm back. That took a few more minutes than I expected it to, because I had never used this before. I had to figure it out, which is part of the reason why I wanted to do it off camera. Using this Fox Air, which is a mini or a full size, it had this bracket on it in order to work with the carbon fiber sides. But you take those out, you take that off, and your screws go from the outside into the TPU on your four holes, and then there's actually a mount right in there. I can't really get the volume or the focus right, but right in here. So your camera actually sits back farther in this, and this one is set up for a strap to put the GoPro on it. And I really hated to do this, but I had to cut the back off of this. There should be still plenty of structure there, to hold the camera. I mean, it hardly moves at all, but because of where I put my antennas. So that was the only thing I could do. I did make up a pagoda, far view pagoda, to put on there, and so I can, other than actually going and pop testing it, this one's done. Let me see. I was playing around the other day with getting the setup and all that done in it, and so because it's got a 32-bit, or yeah, it's the Bell Heli 32 in there. I'm gonna pull the microphone off of here and get it down a little closer. I was playing around with getting some sort of startup tone that seemed fitting to me, so hopefully it's close enough. See if anybody can figure that one out. We used to watch it all the time. So yeah, it's done. And I think that split, as I said in the build video for it, I was going to call this one two-face because of the split camera housing. And you know, you've got the blue on the motors along with the pink and pinkish purple, and the purple wires and all that. So I think it just looks awesome. Really, JJ, I can't thank you enough for that. So we're going to set that aside for a minute, and since we're doing the video, sorry if that got loud, I was talking about the Nirvana, and this was mine. Had a custom wrap done, and he did a really good job. I run Fat Shark HDOs, and he did a wrap to match it. And so on this one it says across the bottom system failure, and then on the goggles it says the matrix has you. So it's kind of cool. But anyway, so anybody who has one of these things are extremely heavy. They're very, very thick, and it's metal. That's the inside. So I put one of the 3D printed ones on there to show you, for your finger to rest on there. It doesn't stick out as far as the original one by quite a bit, and it's actually very comfortable. I like that. So I was going to show you real quick how I do this, or how you change them. This little plug just pulls out, no big deal. And I'm sorry, I didn't have enough light going here. So down in these holes, you've got their Phillips head, which is, I don't know why. Everything else on this thing is Allen, but there's two screws down in there, one on each hole. Dump your screws out. Grab your finger pad. Whoop, that one, okay. On the other one, you had to actually screw or thread them in. So the screws are, the backing on this is exactly the same as the factory one. You've got your slots in there that go over these, if you can see it, the plastic, so they can't twist or anything like that. So it's extremely simple. Just fit it, push it down on there until you feel the groove. Do one at a time, and geez, I can't get out of the shot. Just do each side a little bit at a time until it's down there where it needs to be. And that's it. You'll feel it kind of fit down in that groove. That's it. So it's very easy to hold. Your finger just rests there. and really your finger just kind of wraps over the side of it. So yeah, I like those. And like I said, these things are solid metal. They're actually pretty heavy, and so you feel the weight difference almost immediately. What you do lose now, I have the mounts on here for the I use TBS, the Crossfire, and I only use it on a couple of my quads, but nonetheless, so that's on there. One thing that these did do was they stuck up far enough so that when you set it down on its back, this part and this touch the your surface. Well, because I have this mount on there, it doesn't really matter. But if you didn't have the adapter on here, then you're going to end up resting on your end caps and this, which is still fine. I mean, it's not really going to hurt anything. So wanted to show you that. And then kind of a teaser, you've already got a teaser on this stuff for the Moka Simplex Pro. So you get an idea of the colors that are going into it. It's kind of what JJ calls a gallery build. I don't know if I have the guts to ever fly it when I'm done with it. I got to pop test it, but it's going to be in some very tall grass where it can't get hurt or scratched or anything. So that's for that. And then I have two things. Now, that was the Moka Simplex Pro. These other parts that I'm going to show you are for the campfire quads. I have a theme, and I'm not going to tell you what it is on either one of them, but I will tell you that these are the motors that are going on the campfire. These are the Cobra Mirror 2207 2600, if you can see that. There it is. And there's a reason why I chose these, and it's because of the way the top looks, and they're chrome. I love chrome. I'm a truck driver. Gotta have the chrome. So those will go with this. So I know JJ has I believe just the regular factory one. I got this from Phoenix 3D or 3D Phoenix. I can't remember which one it is. They do 3D printing, but he is actually the one that prints and supplies these canopies to Campfire. So I wanted the one with the fin on it, and there's a reason for it. And then you got a little butthole right there, which is for your SMA to come out. This is the first time I've seen this, and I'm not sure I like that. Maybe it should be pointed up or something. But anyway, so he prints them in a nylon print that is dyeable, and I just went ahead and had him do it in orange. That way it's done. I don't have to mess with it later. Yeah. So I can see this thing coming together pretty well. So that is it. We've got two more new builds coming, and hopefully by the end of the week I'll have the frames and I can get started on that. Depends on how my week of driving goes. One other thing I was working on, hang on. I got bored and I had some spare parts. I wouldn't say this is completely a spare parts build, but I had to buy the frame. So I decided I want to try a freestyle frame. And this one's by iFlight, and it's the Battle Axe. The motor protectors looks like a battle axe, and then down here on the bottom, which I think they should have put that on top. You know, if you're going to call it the battle axe, put it up on top. But very strong, nice arms, easily replaceable. Take the 2 bolts out and they slide right out, which makes it really easy to use heat shrink on the arms. I think these are do-it-yourself or DYS props. They're 50-51s. I have not tried it, so I can't say, yeah, they're cool or good or whatever. I don't know. And I decided I had a Cadix, one of the ones with the DVR and all that. And I thought, well, this is probably the perfect frame to put it in. So I put it in there. I'm still working on figuring out how I'm going to mount it. I've got it tucked up under here, but it's not mounted or anything, because I have no room in there for it. And one would think, well, easy, we'll mount it back here in the back. Well, one would be wrong, because the wire that goes from the camera to the board is not long enough to go that far. So I'll get that figured out. But yeah, it was just a, hey, let's throw something together. I don't have anything to do. So we'll see how that goes. I'll update later on that. So that's it. I'm going to actually leave you with a picture of that gorgeous thing. I just, this one I kind of don't know if I want to fly either, just because of the way it looks. It came out looking awesome. I really like the contrast of the colors on the black frame. So, all right, well, everybody out there, take care of yourselves. Be safe out on the road when you're driving around big trucks. Please put the technology down. I don't care if it's your phone. I don't care if it's your iPod or messing with the GPS on your dashboard. You got to be safe around everybody that's out there. So until next time, keep it safe.